Franklin County High School saw droves of supporters and protesters at the Board of Education meeting Monday night. The main draw to the meeting was the proposal to revise the club policies at the secondary schools in the Franklin County school system. Some say this review of the club policies has been warranted for a long time, while others believe it is in direct response to the inflammatory remarks made by opposers to the new Gay-Straight Alliance Club that formed in January.
What they need is to be treated like human beings, so why don't we start there? Wouldn't that be a good experiment to try? All right. The other thing that I heard was that it's all about sex. It's a sex club, all right? GSA is that's all they're going to do all day long, all right? Well, okay. There's this thing called projection. Projection is where when you have a certain kind of mentality, you assume everyone else does too. And that's what we're dealing with here. There's some people, that's the only way they can connect to other people. And so they think that everyone else is the same, but of course, we're not. People are different. Some people actually love other people.
The only therapy we need is to love each other. Now, about 45 years ago, I went to high school in Tullahoma, and I had a similar experience. The world was a different place then, so we were running a girl for student council president as a write-in candidate. We were doing about 3 things wrong, but according to the rules, we were doing nothing wrong, and so we got shut down. So I know what that feels like, but also what it did was it opened the eyes of all of the observers, all of the people who were not involved. And that is what you're doing. You're opening the eyes of the uninvolved. You're educating them for life. And so, however this turns out today, this is just another day. And you have taken on a leadership role to teach people how to be human.
It's been amazing. We're a group from Alabama, and what you're doing is not just for Franklin County. This is going to help kids all over the world. And I've been amazed. I'm sure you've seen the support you've gotten. It's been a geography refresher to look at all the countries and the places that have been sending you cards, letters. I've never seen anything like it. Most people don't even know where Tennessee is in some of these countries. And it has just been really amazing to see that. And your courage, determination, and persistence, it's not just commendable, it's admirable. And your setting, the way you've handled yourself is so important. I knew I was gay from a very early age, but because I'd never been exposed to any LGBTs, I had no concept of gays and lesbians. As a teen, I moved to Huntsville, Alabama, which is a little bit larger town. And there as a kid, it was the first time I fell in love with someone of the same sex. And I had no idea what to do. I was so young, so naive, and confused. And society was telling me one thing, but my heart was telling me something totally different, and I had no idea what to do. Well, I fell in love with this kid named Aaron, and one night we went camping, and all night long I sat there and I just lay there watching him. And no, we didn't do anything. Don't do that. But my heart was just torn because I had no idea what to do. But it was at that point that I realized that I am gay, and that's okay. It's not me that's broken. It's something wrong with society. You guys are perfect. There is nothing wrong with you. And don't let anybody tell you that you're defective or that you're the problem. There is nothing wrong with you. It's these folks over here who are misguided and deluded. So y'all just keep that in mind, okay?
And clubs are important to meet friends and just start conversations. Right now, I know that things seem dark, and especially with clubs like Mass Resistance here, or not clubs, I guess they're groups. So this is something that I thought about earlier, and the thing that we're here to do is we're not like Mass Resistance, and we're not going to use intimidation to try to change anyone's minds. We're just going to try to use love and kindness to change hearts. It's been a long road. I am gay, and I have a lot of straight friends, and I don't know, I'm really grateful that all of you have came out here. So one thing that I tried to kind of focus on is why groups like Mass Resistance form in the first place. And it's because they're scared of such strong voices, and they know that people like them are the majority of the population, and that they can use the minority as, like, it's easy to tear apart a minority, and it's easy to try and bully them and get them to stay quiet, and that's what we're here to do. We're here not to follow what they want us to do. We're here to speak out and really stand up. And that's why it's taken so long for us to get these freedoms, is because so many people, so many groups have just suppressed. And I'm really glad to see that my county is finally standing up.
I travel across the United States doing this with my sign. I have a very strong opinion on homosexuality because God does. This is not my words. These are God's words written in the Bible, Romans 1. It's very clear. Truth is hate to those who hate the truth. Understand, I'm not here because I hate the homosexuals. I'm here because I love them enough to warn them.
I want to thank the parents that are standing with the children. School has a purpose. School has a reason. It's to learn, to be educated in important subjects like science, math, health, and things like that. When we support a certain group's sexual desires or sexual ways, that's stepping out of the bounds of school. Groups that, when you have clubs, usually it's a science club, different clubs, health club or Rotary Club or different clubs, but their schools have their clubs. But a club that's just to decide about sex, that falls out of the realm of the education. These kids in high school are only a few years from adolescence. So there is a close vicinity between age and pedophilia. So there's one danger that we see there. And to promote one group or even a perversion. Matter of fact, you can look at science or health, and you can see how the dangers of that particular lifestyle affects these people, these young people that are incorrigible. There's no cleaving for a man to man. There's no cleaving for a woman to woman. That's not God ordained. It's not the natural order of things. God said, be fruitful and multiply. You are disobeying a holy God that told us to be fruitful and multiply. Homos cannot multiply. They have to steal somebody else's children. Lesbians have ovaries and they don't use them.
The school board closed discussion on the proposed changes to the club policies without action. Director Dr. Amy Lonis was instructed to confer with legal counsel before taking any further action in revising the school's club policies. The proposed changes include an opt-in policy, which will require all students to have signed parental permission in order to participate in after-school clubs or organizations. The supporters of the Gay Straight Alliance Club did not receive this proposed change to the policy well, stating that requiring parental permission to participate in the GSA could hinder students that may need the support-based club more than others, as they may not have parents who are supportive.